Welcome to the Strenuous Life Radio, the podcast for leaderpreneurs, entrepreneurs, men and women learn the essentials and soft skills of the strenuous life. Okay, everybody, welcome to the podcast here. And I know this originally was primarily JR's podcast, and he's coming soon. For another podcast. In fact, I think he's going to be in several as time lapses. This episode is called Lonely, Not Free. Okay, now, July 4th, 1999. I went to church with Brad. At the time, I was part of the church's drama group, and we did a drama spiel about freedom. Was okay, not bad. Not bad. But then, after church, Brad dropped me off, and I had to spend the 4th of July alone. No phone, very little of any ties to do anything. I had enough furniture to survive in an apartment. Had been there since June 30th. Were it not for Christian radio, I would have gone nuts. I still went nuts. I cried out to God. It was the only thing I could think of. It was a painful time. What does lonely, not free mean to me? Because the divorce, everything with the divorce and settlement was still going on. I still did not feel free. And I don't know, I guess, back then, since I was still trying to find my identity apart from her, I did not feel free. I did not feel free. It wasn't until 2 years later that I would find this. But I went nuts that 4th of July. And it didn't get any better. On the 5th of July, Jim Bob's aunt picked me up. And she said, "Now look, Jimmy, hey, you're not going without a phone." So we called, we got everything, she got everything activated. She helped get me a new phone. I had gotten a perfect house phone when I was dating with Mike's wife. It was gone. And Jim Bob was like, "Hey, you wouldn't want to touch that thing anyway." Because all the crap that went down in inner city Arlington. To be lonely and not free, I don't call that the strenuous life. I don't. I felt that almost everything was being stripped away from me. The person I knew, my identity, it was tough. But what could I do? The main thing I did do was cry out to God. Was the best thing I could do. But here's a caveat, okay? My best friend Keith intervened around that time in July of 1999. He came to me and he said, Jimmy, I know you're hurting. You know, this is after the 4th, when I was still lonely but not free. He said, Jimmy, I know you're still hurting, but this is a blessing in disguise. I know you were happy with her for a time, but she made her dumb choice. And though it's hard to live with, he said, but you're going to see that you're going to survive very well without her. And see what Keith did, he created a path. A path to freedom. I thought he was crazy. I was like, how can this be a blessing in disguise? Everything that I ever knew, everything that I fought for, gone. And it wouldn't be until December of 1999 when I actually went to see him that he told me exactly how to begin to rebuild a life and identity. Because I was spending a lot of time with Brad. And, yeah, he was helping me. But, once again, in late August of 1999, my drama director basically said, he's drowning you. How can you have an identity when he's all over you? And even he told Brad, look, you're drowning him. Jimmy has to form his own identity. And so, I'm going to give him the name Buddy Crane. He intentionally started the fuse box that would ultimately lead to my freedom. But the one who really opened it up, praise the Lord, was my best buddy forever. Brian Keith Cotton. Lord rest his soul. He was such an inspiration to me. Yeah, until I could see him in December, I was lonely, not free. The emptiness was swallowing me up. What could I do? But he knew what to do. That's what. I hope you enjoy listening to the Strenuous Life. Please subscribe, become a part of the family. Until next time, don't just sit there and take it. Build your dreams so you can take it. Do what others don't so you can be what others won't. And do what others won't so you can have what others can't. Think strong, and live the strenuous life. God bless you. And remember this, from the bottom of my heart, Jimmy loves you. I really, really, really love you.